Hello guys, welcome to Photographics Academy. Alright, so today we are looking at something very interesting. I'm going to be showing you how I was able to transform this image from this to this, and we're going to be doing a live walkthrough on how we're able to achieve this amazing look. One beautiful thing that we're going to be doing in this video is that at the end of the video, we are giving out every single file we are using in the tutorial, both the background, the prop, all of them. You are getting it for free. So all you need to do is watch the video till the end to get the password, of course. And I want to give a very big shout out to Skynet Photography. He's the one that took this amazing picture. Quite some details we'll have here to work with. Amazing photographer. You can go and check him out on his Instagram page, his Facebook handles, and all of that. Skynet Photography, just the same way it's spelled on the NEF file over here. Skynet Photography, and you will see him. He's such an amazing guy, and we are using this opportunity to throw the floor open to all the aspiring and high creative photographers out there who are following photographics for some time now, and you are loyal to the brand. So we are using this opportunity to throw it out to you. We are taking in images. If you have images you want us to use and do videos and post on our YouTube channel and give you a shout out to equally boost your publicity, just go to the email in the description and submit your raw files. Let's see how creative we can get with that and see the much we can create using your own picture, your own style, and your own concept. Thank you very much. Okay, so without wasting your time, let's get straight to work. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my patch tool to fix this sharp line over here. Just fix one or two blemishes on the backdrop. So I'm quickly going to do a quick retouch on the image. This is actually not a retouching tutorial. So to do that quickly, we are going to be using our done for you retouch action, which you must have heard me talk about for some time right now. Okay, so I tried it. It did quite an amazing job. So I'm going to be using it live on this picture. So I'm just going to press OK and allow it to load. Bam, we are done. Such an amazing retouch. Look at that. Before, after, before, after, before, after. So let me use this opportunity and introduce this amazing action pack to you called Done For You Retouch Action. You could already see how much that it changed in this singular image without even me moving a muscle. And this is the beauty of retouch, of Done For You Retouch Action. And amazingly, we have other actions inside there as well that will work so well on your image. This action works on every variety of image, outdoor, indoor, studio, child, even event images. This action pack works amazingly well, and it only has sharpening to enhance the details of your image, your eye whitening, your auto skin tone, your teeth whitener, your auto dodge and burn, your lip and eyebrow enhancer. Amazing. That is if you even will need to use all of this just with Done For You Retouch. See what we've been able to create out of this image. Look at the hair. I want you to pay attention to the hair. Look at the hair. See before, after, and see the way it's retaining texture. See the way it's retaining texture, still giving it that frequency separation kind of vibe. So go to the description to grab your own, and you will thank me later. So let's quickly start. So for that, we obviously are not going to be using our Retouch Academy anymore. So we'll just take that out of the screen, flatten this, and get to work. So what I'm going to do is to separate the image from the background. As usual, select subject. Photoshop has made the whole thing easy if you know how to use it. So perfect selection, but we'll have to go through to make sure we have what we need. Nice. Okay, so I think we need to do a little adjustment over here. I'm going to just select canvas and cut out the edge of the shoe, just like that, just to make sure we'll have a very nice selection. So I'll use this one, pick selection to just pick here, this part of the shoe, just for a smoother selection. I can push this inwards a bit more. Same thing over here. Same thing over here. And here as well. Okay, so look at the edge of the shoe over here. So make sure you take your time to go around your image to make sure you have a perfect selection. Although the technique we are using gives you the flexibility of restoring any lost area even after you are done with your editing, provided you've not matched all the layers together So just go around, make sure we have a nice selection. Yeah, that's relatively cool. We show the hair, we are losing the hair here a little. Go around, beautiful. So the edge of the dress over here, these areas we may not even see. I mean, cool zooms on image this close to make sure that the selection is perfect when you send it to your client. The major thing is that you did a very professional neat job. Okay, so we'll have it done. So the next thing we're going to do is just make sure we duplicate our background. As usual, right click, select layer via cut. Hold your control button and reload the selection on the background. Go to your filter, go to your blur, Gaussian blur, and just blur the background out here, just like that. Make it just look smooth. Of course, you can decide to even leave the background like that and just use your mixer brush and paint. But I think this works. This works perfectly fine for the image. We'll have a lot of gray to work with. One more thing I would want to do is just to reduce the saturation on some areas. Yeah, maybe brighten up just a little. So we'll have a lot of gray to work with. Yeah, so Photoshop will read it as a very high gray. So having done the selection, we'll make sure that our object layer is right at the top of the background layer. Then we'll go and drag our background and drop, and the work starts. So we unlock this layer, drag it here, place it over here, allow it to fit in. So just place it here, hold our alternate and just fit it in, just like that. Yeah, nice. I think we need to push down a little. Yeah, nice, beautiful. So I want that circle just above his head. Yeah, like that. I think I like what I have. Press OK, then change the blend mode to overlay, like we've been doing the magic of overlay. So change it to overlay or soft line. I think overlay works perfectly well. Then check the original background to see if you can get some original shadows back. And we'll have some we'll have some amazing original shadows that we can restore to make the whole thing look realistic. So just reduce our float, pick up our black brush, and just paint over the edge of the shoe. Yeah, like that. Just restore original shadow. And you can equally restore some original textures by reducing your flow so well, so it doesn't just take away everything and just slightly paint over. So if you do that, you're going to notice that some original textures from the floor are beginning to show up. So it gives you that very hyper-realistic effect that the image is on the background. You can adjust the brightness of the background, reduce or dim it a little, just to make sure we have something good. So what I would advise is you should pick up your marquee tool, make a selection of the back itself. Yeah, then pick up your curves and darken just slightly. Load up your feather so you can make the edge here become very smooth. Yeah, just be looking at the edge, that transition. Once it looks nice, you stop. So we'll have the image standing out from the background. I think this is too much, so we need to reduce it slightly. Okay, so we'll have our first image positioned. So after positioning our first image, the next thing we're going to do is to bring in our props. So let's see how this goes. So drag in this one, place it over here. So remember that everything you are doing should be behind the original, behind the image above the background. So this is not the file I wanted. Should appear as a PSD file. Yeah, here it is, this one. So drag this, maybe another folder. Yeah. Okay, so we can actually move the bicycle around now without having to affect our background. That's the main reason. Okay, so we just drag this, position it over here, and bring it in. Press OK, and it will load up. So all we need to do is to locate where we want the bicycle to be, then we'll increase the size or reduce the size. So we want it somewhere. Let me look at flipping. Let's see what flipping is going to do for us. Okay, so we'll have it coming in like this. I think I prefer it this way. So I'll just have to use my scaling tool and scale it inwards. Yeah, then pin it to the floor, then increase the size just relatively like that, then scale it inwards a little more. Let's see how this goes. Just have it there. Doesn't need to be too big. Okay. Can actually lose some part of the bicycle. I think I like it this way. Increase the size a little more. So if you want it appearing like it's in front of the boy, you obviously need to scale it inwards, then use your blurring tool to manipulate the perspective. But I want it looking like it's behind him, just right there. Let's go with scaling. Make it bigger. Yeah, that's the size. Press OK. So the next thing we'll be doing with the bicycle is to create shadows to make it look like it's on the floor. But before we do that, we need to reduce the brightness. It's too bright. Yeah, nice, beautiful. Okay, so let's create the shadow. There are two things you can do. You can actually duplicate the bicycle and use it to create the shadow. You can as well use your brush. Create a very dark shade. Just like this. Press Ctrl T to make it very flat on the floor. Then drag it over the bicycle. So you place one behind the back tire. Just like that. Yeah, just like that. Then you duplicate it, Ctrl J, and move it for the front tire. Yeah, just like that. I think this one needs to come this way. Yeah. So we'll do one more for the stand over there. Press Ctrl J. Move it just for the stand. So this one needs to obviously be very small. Can zoom in to see what you are doing though. So all we are doing is to make sure we create that realistic shadow effect, because these are the shadows that will make the whole thing look hyper realistic. So this one obviously is not touching the floor, so we'll give it that separation. So what I want you to do is to merge all the shadows together. Ctrl G, merge layers. So we'll have all the shadows all in one layer, but doing the same job. So now you can decide to change the blend mode to multiply, or any other blend mode that allows the original color of the background show up from the shadow. I think I love this. Let's see. Let's go back and see how that looks. This is perfect. So look at the amazing work we did. We tried as much as possible to make sure that we have the greens on the floor showing up through the shadow. Look at it over here as well. So by doing that, it allows you to even have a very realistic shadow. You can duplicate this. I noticed that this was not strong enough. Create a mask for it and use your brush to just paint in for the front tire. It wasn't strong enough. So just paint in for the front tire. Just like that. Every other one is cool. Every other one is cool. So look at the way it's already looking like it's in the image. Why? Because we've created a shadow. So the next thing we want to put is this prop over here, the 1 year prop. Where is it? Yeah, here, just this one. So we'll drag it over to a different layer entirely. So we'll make a selection of the one. So just pick our select subject and wait for it. So have a good selection, create a mask, a sap. Yeah, so take your move tool, drag it over to the image, place it. So let's find the right composition for the one. So we might want to have it right in front of the bicycle, or right behind the boy. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. We'll just try increasing the size. Yeah. Let's see how having it in front is going to appear. Looking like the young man is leaning on it, kind of. Oh, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. So we can place it right in between them. Or find another position. So I'm just trying to locate exactly where it's going to look the finest. Okay, so I think we can have it right behind the bicycle. Let's see how that goes. So I just want more to move. Yeah. Let's use our auto select. Beautiful. So we can have our one here, increase the size because it's quite a big one. Increase the size. But I'll position it here. Make it quite big. Just a very big one. Till it touches the edge of that circle over there. Then we may maybe scale it in, bring it down. Then also create its own shadow. So we'll place it right behind the boy so we can cast his own shadows there. So we can try changing the hue towards orange. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, I'll reduce the opacity. So we'll have our orange and blues. I'll say, yeah, I think we'll have a nice color there. So somewhere around this, darken it just slightly. Yeah. So we'll have to now create two shadows. One shadow from the boy's body because it's almost touching him. Another shadow for the floor of the one. And we are good to go. Then we'll do a global color grading and we'll have our job well done. So I'm going to, the same way, create an empty layer, just the net. Use my brush, make a black dab. Yeah, where is it? It's an empty layer. Ctrl T, use your shift to make it look like it's on the floor. Then position it just under the one, like that. Just right under it. Make it bigger. Excuse me, that was the wrong one. I think I'm going to turn on the auto select right now, so we'll not have to get confused. Yeah, like that. So you see the way the shadow is making the whole thing look realistic. Let me show you the before and after. It's making the one touch the ground. So the next thing we'll do is to create a shadow for the young man here. So just press Ctrl, double click on the layer, the blend is open up, go to drop shadow and just cast his shadow here. Or rather, I think that will be too distracting. So another thing we can do, duplicate him, press Ctrl T just to adjust him, the one behind towards the one, just like that. Just like that. You know, just bring it in. You can actually hold your shift to just make things move however you want it. Let's use Q. We can have a bending right there. Yeah, something like that. Nice. Okay, so press OK. Make sure your levels is on. Make it pure black to have that shadow effect. Blur it out a little. Change it to soft lights. Reduce the opacity. Yeah. So I think our blurring was too much. So let's try every other thing before we blur. Reduce the opacity. Nice. So we'll now create a mask for it. Use our brush to paint in only the area we want it appearing on the one. Yeah, just the hand over there. Do not necessarily need the whole shadow. Just like that. Reduce the opacity a little. Nice. So this is what we have before and after, just to mimic that original shadows that we have. And we have an amazing composition. So the next thing I want us to do is to color grade the boy. So to do that, simply you can use a solid color. So I'll just locate a very light skin tone somewhere around here. Make sure it's minimized. Go to your color range. Make a selection of his skin tone by selecting this one, this anchor point, just this picker tool rather, eyedropper to pick it, then go to the plus, or you can hold shift or alternate to toggle between the two of them and just make a selection of his skin tone. As you are selecting, you are looking at the mask over here. So all the places that are white are the places that are selected. The places that are black are the places that are not selected. So we'll have it nicely selected. Use the mask to replace the solid color mask and now open it, change the blend mode to soft light or even color depending on what you want to do. So let's try soft light. Reduce the opacity or the feel. So we'll have before and after. Amazing skin tone on him already. So this is before, this is after, before, after. We are good. Let's see what color gives us. Still very good, but we are sticking with soft light and we are good to go. So the next thing we might want to do is to create a global color grading for the image. As you do that, we're just going to use one of our color grading action packs. Let's see what we have. So just locate it. Okay, so let's try this blue and gold, ultimate teal and orange. Let's see what teal and orange will give to us. Amazing, amazing. So this is before, this is after. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this beautiful? Okay, see what we're going to be doing. We're going to create a stamp visible layer, then take a snapshot of all the color gradings. So I'm going to open up my history panel. Sorry, not that. Yeah. So we'll take a snapshot of every single color grading we apply. So we'll see the one that looks better. So we can actually delete everything from here to here. Do not need them. Just one layer is okay. So press play and watch it color grade. Nice. So we're also going to reduce the opacity, create a snapshot, delete this one, go to the next one, nature deep blue, continue. Nice. This is amazing. Amazing color gradings, but I don't think I like this though. So we'll just move on, autumn color. Nice. So before, after. I think I love this. Just reduce the opacity a little, create a snapshot. Remember, we are going to be looking at all the color gradings we've done. Let's see the one that looks so nice. So we'll have Pro Brown. Let's see what that does. Oh, this is so beautiful. Before, after. Reduce it. Create a snapshot. Delete it. Let's see what our gold and teal gives. Nice. So we're also going to reduce the opacity. I think it's too low. Create a snapshot. Delete it. And the last one we're trying is the blue and gold. So we'll have before, after, before, after. So I think we're having two color gradings here. We'll have this one, then we'll have extra added blue and gold on it, just to add to the contrast. So I think I will reduce the opacity of this to bring in some originality into the image, then also reduce the opacity of this and create a snapshot so we can delete them. So let's go and look at all the color gradings we've done. Let's see the one that suits the image the most. So we'll have this as our first look, second look, third look, fourth look, and our fifth look. So we'll check again. I think I'm going towards the first and the last. So I think I would rather go for the last, but I will still need to reduce it, then do just the manual color grading from our camera raw, and we are good to go. ASAP, jump straight into camera raw. Reduce the highlights so the dress can come down a little, increase the shadows, drop down the warmness just slightly. Yeah. So we'll try dehazing a little. Increase the vibrance slightly. Go to my calibration. I always love doing this here. Then we go to the color grading. So we want to have a little bit of magenta in the shadows and a little bit of blue in the highlights. So to do that, we go to the shadows. This is our magenta over here, somewhere around here. Just add it slightly to the shadows. Then to my highlights, we want it to have a lot of blues. So we just have to add slightly blues there. So we are towards the cyan here. Here is the blue. Just a little bit of it. Nice. So probably for our mid-tone, I don't know. Let's try something cool as well. Maybe somewhere between cyan and orange. Yeah, there. I think I love it here, but it's too much. So we'll reduce the opacity. Nice. Okay, so one more thing we are going to create is our vignette effect, just like this. Nice. Beautiful. Use the highlights slightly. Open up the shadows a little more. And we are good to go. Beautiful work. Press OK. Amazing color grading. So let's look at the overall before and after. This was the image when we came into Photoshop. this was the image after we are done with our editing. So remember, every single thing we used in this video, you are getting for free. Both the props, the bicycle, the backdrop, you are getting for free. Look at the amazing transformation. This is the first when we came into Photoshop. This is the image when we are done. Thank you for watching this amazing video. I hope you grabbed a lot, and make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and on our notification bell to get notified every single time we drop a new video. See you on the next one. Remember, the offer we gave you at the beginning, it only lasts for a minimum period of time. Thank you.